Thank you. Wow, I'm overwhelmed. I haven't been welcomed so warmly onto the stage since I did suicide bomber recruitment workshops in Golders Green, which is amazing. Great to be here. How many people are here from London? London! Give us a cheer. Isn't this the greatest city in the world? Although it's getting, you know, I'm worried it's getting a bit samey, you know? Seriously, my tour manager is not from London. He drove me, and he said, I don't know the way, and he put in the sat-nav, and I fell asleep, and he took us somewhere. I woke up because he's on the phone to the Apollo. He goes, could you guide me in? He goes, where are you? He goes, I don't know. And I looked, I don't know where we were. He goes, can you describe where you are? He said, there's a Cafe Nero. He goes, that could be anywhere. He goes, there's a Starbucks. He goes, could you be more specific? He goes, there's a Kentucky next to a GBK burger. He goes, mate, you've got to be really, really specific. He said, a fat bloke with no teeth just offered me a blowjob for the price of a bag of chips. He went, you're on Shepherd's Bush Green, mate. Shepherd's Bush, you're not far away. You gone too far. I'm not kidding. Anyone here from Shepherd's Bush? Do you enjoy your chips? Yeah, good. I thought I priced you out. Anyway, do you like this suit? Do you like this suit? Do you like it? You like it? Thank you. I kind of worry I look like a manager for a National Trust building. Yeah, those guys always stressed, always ordering more shortbread for the gift shop. Hey, Roger, I've got 2 boxes for the weekend. It's a bank holiday! Fudge, I've got enough fudge. Roger, I can't pack any more fudge in my back door. What's the matter with you? I've done a backdoor fudge packing joke in the first second. I'm so sorry. But I'm not talking about the Middle East because I'm not a just because you come from the Middle East, you're not a spokesperson, you know? I can't talk about everything. I was on BBC Breakfast. We've got Omid, Djalili here. What are your thoughts? A bomb has gone off in Israel. What are your thoughts on the terrorist group Hamas? Hamas has a catering wing. It's called hummus. Their stated intention is to wipe out Israel, and that's just for starters. Hit it. Yeah, you laugh at a silly gag, and I will dance. I will dance. That's the deal in Apollo. That's the deal. And it's a very sensitive time to do comedy anyway. Even, you know, we've been going around the country, we've been offending people in places like Stratford-upon-Avon, eh? The home of Shakespeare. I just said, hey, Stratford-upon-Avon, because I said, hey, Shakespeare must have spoken like this. They went nuts. I said, no, he didn't. I said, he must have. To buy or not to buy? They said, no, he did nothing of the sort. I said, he must have really stuck out like a sore thumb, you know? And Stratford went to the pub. People said, oh, here he comes. That William Shakespeare. He's really up himself, isn't he? All right, mates. What you drinking? Well, I don't know. Maybe the frothy ale or maybe the white wine spritzer that'll take my melancholy forth. Let me ruminate pleasantly upon this conundrum. I'll tell you what, mate. You're barred. Barred, the bard, yes? Oh, come on. Hit it. It's gonna be a long night tonight. I can feel it. It's a long night. But don't worry, fear not. I'm still proud of my roots. I'm very proud to be from Iran. Any Iranians here tonight? Thank you. It's our new year as well. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you. I love it when Iranians, you guys always make such a lovely atmosphere. You do. No, seriously, because, you know, because of me, we now, we have comedy clubs all over the Middle East. That never usually gets a laugh. No, seriously, Jongleurs Baghdad opened about a year ago. I was there for the opening. Jongleurs, I was there. I was on with a great Iraqi comedian called Jimmy Card-Bomb. He's brilliant. He took the roof off. But Please stop. But I will, to my end of days, defend Arabs. As the last act I will do in comedy, I will defend Arabs. Because any Arabs here tonight? Any Arabs? Which country are you from, sir? You're from Iraq! With all your limbs. That's incredible. That's a real first. No. That's so wrong, but so funny. But you see, can I tell you, Arabs get a bad rap. The people think Arabs are nuts, and they kind of are, but you see, Iranians will always defend Arabs. No, we will. We'll defend Arabs because the Arabs are in the Valley of Wonderment. Yeah, we have a Sufi mystical book called The Seven Valleys, which goes through the 7 valleys of existence in this transient life. When you're born, you start this journey in the Valley of Search. Then you hit the Valley of Love when you connect with your mother. The Valley of Unity when you connect with the community. The Valley of Wonderment is when you see life with the eyes of a child, and everything is amazing. The Arabs are continuously in the Valley of Wonderment. You can see this in Egyptian football commentary. Have you seen this? They go nuts. Their minds explode. The English Premier League, they are amazed by the majesty. They go, goal, goal, Giroud, Allah! That's a tap-in the warm-up. The game's not even kicked off. The players are warming up. Oh my God, if Lionel Messi of Barcelona scores a beautiful goal, they go nuts. They go, Messi, Messi, Messi. Ya walad, ya walad, ya walad. صاحب الهلول في كل زمان في كل مكان هتحدث عن ميسي. هو ذا ميسي. هو ذا ميسي. No, don't clap. That's not the funny bit. The translations are incredible. They say, Messi is the stealer of hearts. Messi is the creator of solutions. Messi has the eye of the griffin. I'm telling you, Messi was a pre-existent soul made manifest in this life as the return of the Muhammad in football boots. I'm telling you, if I needed open heart surgery, I would allow Messi to perform the operation with no qualifications. I'm telling you, if Messi was gay, I look the other way. I will lie. If I found Messi in a compromising position with his boyfriend, who, by the way, came from the Sudan, and he took him in because he fell on hard times, at the same time, Messi was biting on a crispy bacon sandwich. Wallahi, I pray to Messi 5 times a day. Who are the Messi? Is that too much? I never know. They go nuts because their own football is so boring. Have you seen Egyptian football? The Egyptian football is reflected by Egyptian commentary. They say, oh, here we go. So Muhammad, lovely pass to Ahmad. Ahmad, oh, lovely through ball to Muhammad. Muhammad back to Ahmad. Ahmad, crossfield pass to Muhammad. What a great first touch. Oh, lovely 1-2 with Ahmad. Ahmad, Muhammad, Muhammad, Ahmad. Oh, Muhammad through on goal. What a shot. Saved by Ahmad. Muhammad put it away. 1-0. That's it. Final whistle. We now go pitch side, speak to the manager, Muhammad. What a great game that was. Well, thank you, Ahmad. I'd like to dedicate that goal to my wife, Muhammad Ahmed. And to my daughters, Muhammad Ahmed, Muhammad. Oh, and to my newborn son, Ricky Martin. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm a big fan. Got any football fans in? Football fans? Yeah. Big football fan. I'm very much affected by all the issues around football. My goodness, hooliganism came back. Do you remember a game? It was the Sunderland-Newcastle. Do you remember when Sunderland beat Newcastle 3-0 in Newcastle? Do you remember that game when Di Canio did the knee slide? The Geordies went nuts. I was in Newcastle and the Geordies smashed up their own town. I did a gig at the Stand Company. It's amazing. I come out, I saw, if this is international news, there were running battles on my left, people smashing up the town on my right. I had friends calling me from Syria saying, Omid, get out of Newcastle now. It's a war zone. I'm watching now, get out while you can. Do you remember there was a bloke who punched a police horse in the face? Did you see that? He punched a police, and he justified it on YouTube because, the horse was coming at us. It was self-defense as far as I'm concerned. And he was wearing a mask as well, you know, because he's worried the horse might recognize him in a lineup. Who punched you? say, I am very much involved in the show Racism the Red Card. It's a big football fan. I go out, and just so you know what we do, we go around the country and we encourage kids to travel and see the world. Because even underprivileged kids, give them money to see the world. The idea is if you see the world, you no longer see yourself as English or British. You see yourself for what we all are. We are all citizens of the world. Yeah? Isn't that true? Some people clapping, we've got a few Nazis not so sure about that. They're a little bit worried about that kind of concept. Believe me, I understand. World citizenship is a very difficult concept, even for me. I was asked to perform in New York. In New York, 1 block from ground zero, okay? First Middle Eastern guy. And it showed me just how much the Americans need oil, actually. They really do. Seriously, and I have to tell you, no, I loved America. Do you know why I love America? It's the only place in the world where I don't feel fat. Seriously. 2 Americans meet, I'm just a light midday snack. They just swallow me. No, but I'm not here to make fun of Americans. I know there's Americans here, but you know, I tell you something. You can never talk about another culture in comedy unless you talk about a trait that they have that relates back to us. Like I was talking about this with a friend of mine I'd like to pay tribute to tonight, a comedian friend of mine. The whole comedy world mourned the death. Please give me a round of applause if you remember Felix Dexter. Remember? Yeah. Felix is a very good friend of mine. If you remember, Felix always did jokes about Nigerians. And I said, what is it about Nigeria that's funny? What's funny for you? He said, Nigerians are very, very stubborn. And I said, what do you mean? He told me a true story. He's in Lagos, Nigeria, and he observes 50 people brought into a hospital, bumped and bruised because a lorry had crashed into them. He said, what's going on? They said, talk to the lorry driver. He's over there, okay? He said, what happened? And the lorry driver said, let me tell you. I have to do the accent, okay? Let me tell you something for nothing. Okay? I was driving along in my lorry and the brakes are not working. I'm going to crash into a wall. I have to turn the lorry left or right. On my left, there are 2 people. On my right, there are 50 people. I thought, let me crash the 2 people. Who cares about the 2 people? I went to crash the 2 people. Stupid bastards ran across the road to the other side. It's not my fault. So, Nigerians, very, very stubborn. Now, trait-wise, Americans are different to us. And I said, I've become very British. You know, I'm a comedian, but I'm actually quite reserved in social situations. I never talk to anyone unless I'm spoken to. That's the way I am. Whereas Americans will monologue. They'll overshare. Have you had that with Americans? People you hardly even know. First day I was there, a guy goes, hey, Omid, you know my mom was an alcoholic? Yeah, when I was a kid, she used to get drunk and put me in a box and lock it. So as an adult, I don't feel too good in confined spaces. You know what I'm talking about? Also, big, wide open spaces, a lot of people. I don't feel too good in my skin. You know what I'm saying? I said, sorry, could you just stamp the passport and let me in? Thank you, Jesus Christ. It's like, yeah, they don't stop. And you'd think they'd be a bit more open, but no, they're actually very sensitive. I've worked in America now, and I'll give you some advice. If you're on the radio live, always toe the party line. You say one thing that's wrong, they will take you off mid-interview. This actually happened to Stephen Fry when I was there. Did you hear about that? Stephen Fry was being interviewed by this kind of rock and roll shock jock. He goes, hey, Stephen Fry, how you doing? He goes, I'm very well, great to be here. He goes, hey man, what kind of music do you like? Rock and roll station. He goes, my favorite music is actually Elgar's Coronation. It's very beautiful. First movement's very lovely. He goes, what's your favorite film? He goes, my favorite film is actually Mary Poppins. I went, get him off. They took him off mid-sentence, replaced him with someone else. This actually happened to me on Fox News. You can imagine, I was being interviewed by Ryan Seacrest. Do you know Ryan Seacrest? He wasn't briefed on me, just said, we got here a comedian, Omid Djalili. He's from Arabistan. You're doing gigs in New York. How's it working out for you? I couldn't help it. I just said, Mr. Seacrest, may I ask you, are you related to the horse Sea Biscuit? I'm gonna get him up. Let's go. Let's go. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of this place. At the door, the security guy goes, why are you connecting Ryan Seacrest with Seabiscuit? I just went... You see, I understand. You like the dance, it's good value, good dance. Is it a fat bloke dancing on a Friday night? Come on. You like that? I'm just saying, I understand. I understand the paranoia in America. You know what? Immigration is going to be a massive issue. I think the Americans have got it right. I really do. Has anyone worked in America and filled out the American work visa? It's incredible. They give you 30 questions. You have to answer yes or no. Take the questions seriously. Seriously. Because if you don't, they will delay your visa by 2 days per question, okay? My visa was delayed 2 months. I've got some of the questions right here. I'm going to read them out. These are real questions on the American work visa, okay? Please take them seriously. I didn't. Here, question number 15. Have you ever ordered, incited, assisted, or participated in genocide? I wrote, no, but the night is young. What's these questions? Here's another one. Question number 19. Of course I'm not, but I couldn't help it. Are you or have you ever been a drug abuser or addict? I wrote, no. My motto is never get high on your own supply. As my good friend Pablo Escobar used to tell me. Here's the best one. Question number 29. Have you come to the US to engage in prostitution? No, but the night is young. It's like they say, no, we don't want no terrorists or prostitutes coming to America. Well, what do we do when people come? We don't know if they are or not. Well, when they come, let's just ask them. You, sir, what's your name? Mohammed bin Laden? You are the son of Osama bin Laden? Well, I gotta ask you, sir, are you a prostitute? It's crazy. But what I like about America is that they do God in the way the Brits do radical atheism. You know how some radical atheists are quite kind of militant? They say you shouldn't believe in God. Over there, if you don't believe in God, they have training videos to help you. They do. I saw one that goes, let's go to the Reverend Creflo Dollar. What have you got? He goes, people say they can't believe in God because they can't see him. But just because you can't see something don't mean it don't exist. Like, look at radio waves. You can't see radio waves. You put on the radio, you can hear it. The tiger, loud and clear. You know, radiation, you can't see it. You come into contact with radiation, your hair falls out. I ain't never seen my own asshole. But I know it exists. I've been packing so much fudge in there, I can't even sit down. And on a warm day, there's a hot fudge sundae for the whole of Bedford-Stuyvesant to consume. Case closed. And here we are on a Friday night, massive crowd at the Apollo, and you're watching a short, fat, bald guy. You know why? It's the power of celebrity. I'm a celebrity, it's amazing. Oh, yeah. Don't snort, I always snort. Now, it is amazing to be well known, you know, but I struggle with it, you know, because, you know, in Iran, if you're well known, people would never ask for a selfie or, you know, or an autograph, you wave. In Britain, if you're well known, there are people outside your house going through your bins. I'm not kidding. The other day I came out my house, there were 2 News of the World journalists going through my bins. Okay, and I went, hey, what are you playing at? Oh. I said, sorry, I didn't realize. Because that's what they do now. That's their job. They're dustmen now. News of the World journalists. A dustman now. I forgot all about it. My goodness. I mean, Jeremy Clarkson was driving the bus for a start. It was incredible. But seriously. And they've got a very good sense of humour. I said, mate, I'm really sorry. Nah, don't worry about it. I said, no, mate, how do I call you to apologise? He goes, nah, just leave a message on Hugh Grant's phone. We'll get it eventually. And I said, but on behalf of everyone, because they can hack into anybody's phones, I asked them why. Why did he do it? They go, yeah, we make a little bit of money. I said, how much? He goes, yeah, 500 quid, a little box in the sun. I said, for that, you're going to ruin the lives of Sienna Miller, Hugh Grant. I said, if you've got the technology, why don't you go for people a bit more higher profile with a lot of money who didn't do their job? Like the England World Cup football team was so shit. Weren't they shit? They were, why? They're the highest paid footballers and they got beaten by hungrier players. Wayne Rooney, God love him, I love Wayne Rooney. He's on £300,000 a week. He didn't do his job. I think it's our right to know what's on his answer phone. Just the funny stuff, things like, beep, Wayne, of course I'm not pregnant, I'm 75. It'd be funny. You know? But it's a Western thing. We are obsessed with celebrity. You know, no other culture more than Britain. Do you know why? Because everyone can be a celebrity. Everybody wants to be a celebrity. In fact, everybody already is a celebrity. It's the way our society is. You go to school, someone is the prettiest, someone's the cleverest, and they are the celebrities. We put them on a pedestal, they look down at us. And then you get older, you go on Friends Reunited. Remember Friends Reunited? You meet your old friends and you see who's now the most successful, who is the richest, and we observe their behavior. Do they think they're better than us? And if they are, and if they do, we bring them down a peg or two. Because you're not allowed. That's what happens with celebrity. You start thinking you're better than other people. And I have to say, this happened to me. I never used to talk to people after a gig. I was just arrogant, you know. I thought, what are people? Now I don't do that. Now I talk to people. People tell me their life stories. And sometimes it's hard to hear through the windows of a limousine, you know, but it's true. You'd be amazed how people keep up at 30 miles an hour. It's incredible. But by talking to people, I've come to one very important conclusion. That just because you're arrogant, it doesn't mean you're wrong. People are boring, aren't they? And there's a reason why I'm up here and you are down there. There's a reason. There's a reason. So after the gig, don't talk to me. Don't touch me with Ebola, okay? If you've got your book, give me your book. I'll sign it, then kindly off, okay? Now don't clap. I'm serious. Like, I often get called sexist, you know, and misogynistic, usually by women. Yeah, what do they know? They're not even men. Seriously. But I know, seriously, I know that women don't need men, okay? They don't. That's why, you know, men need women. That's why we have institutions like marriage for men to evolve. You know what, when Barack Obama and Michelle went out for dinner, did you hear when they were served by Michelle Obama's ex-boyfriend waiter? Did you hear this? And Barack was taking the piss. He goes, look at that, Michelle. You'd married him. You would have been the wife of a waiter. She went, no, Barack. If I'd married him, he would have been the president. Isn't that amazing? So true. So true. Because, I'll make a statement now, as an Iranian man, women are better than men at absolutely everything, okay? Everything. And I'm not just saying that because because my wife told me to say that. I'm saying that because, no, I'm saying that. Unfortunate Freudian slip. No, I can quantify what women have initiative. A man has none. A woman can find things. A man can't find jack shit at the best of times. I'm always losing stuff. He goes, where is it? I said, I've lost it. Where is it? It's gone. I have no idea. What have you lost? The baby. The baby's gone. I have no idea. It starts when you're a kid. My mother used to send me to the kitchen when I was 12. She goes, Omid John, go to the kitchen, get me the cup, buy the kettle. I said, okay. I can't even find the kitchen. I'm walking around. Okay. Found the kitchen, I've got the kettle. Where's the cup? It's by the kettle. Yeah, is it left or right? It's by the kettle. I can't see it. Left or right? It's by. I've got to do everything myself. Where? There! Where? Behind the kettle. You never sit behind. Use your initiative! You're an asshole like your father. Oh my God! Look around! Women can find a needle in a haystack. This is the reason why there will never be a female pope. You know this? There'll never be a female pope. Why? Because the Catholic Church lost the Holy Grail 500 years ago. The last thing they want is a female pope showing up at the Vatican, opening up some random cupboard going, there it is. The Holy Grail. It's been there the whole time! Oh my God! All the cars, we looked there 50 years ago. We didn't look carefully enough. It was behind the kettle, you idiots. I'm sure God is a woman. I'm sure when Christ was on the cross, when Jesus would go, oh God, why hast thou forsaken me? The voice of God said, well, if you don't know the answer, I'm not going to tell you. But it's important. You need to know this, guys, that women are better because it'll help your relationship. How many people here in a long-term relationship? Hands up. Long-term relationship. Yeah, okay. And I know you've come here for relationship advice. I know it. No, because there is a code. If you've been married, I've been married for 22 years. There is a code. People who've been married for 20 years. Yeah, you see, we never usually give people the code because we want them to suffer the way we've suffered, okay? I'm a nice guy. I know the code. I'll give it to you. The code for long-term relationships is the 3 stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, okay? I'll break them down. Stage 1 is blind love. Everything you see about that person, you love unconditionally. Why? It's bound up with physical attraction. They have qualities you don't have. Together, you feel more whole. It's the Stage 1 is the romantic phase. It can last a year. It can last 5 years. I know one couple in 10 years in stage 1. In my case, 2 weeks. Okay? Before you then fall into stage 2, where everything you liked about that person formerly, now you hate with a vengeance. It happened to me the first 2 weeks. You're so cute. Look at those cheeks. I could hug you all day. 2 weeks later, you bald, fat piece of shit. Would you stop eating? Look at you. Stop it! That's a mental problem. You know, I eat until I'm full. You eat until you hate yourself. That's a psychological. See a therapist! This is stage 2. Everybody goes through stage. If you're in it, don't worry. We all go. Because stage 2, you realize the family of the person you've married into is nuts. They are batshit crazy. Don't clap. They think the same about you. Because nobody understands the unsaid laws of that family. Every family has, you've got to work them out. My poor wife from Scotland comes to my family, Iranian men, typical 3, me, my dad, my brother, we watch television, trousers off, hands down the pants, just fiddling and adjusting. It's a great episode of Gogglebox, you got to watch that. Go do the twist. You do the, who can do the twist? It's very Iranian. Who can do the ball twist? Who can do 3? Let me go, okay, well, 1, 2, 3, let go. Hey! Who can do 4? Come on, Dad, 4. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Come on! Is this the fiance? Hello, I'm Omid's father. How are you? Very nice to see you. Come in. Yes, we're playing the ball twisting game. Omid is going for the record 5. His ball is about to snap any minute. You've come at the right time. This is just stage 2. Everybody goes through stage 2, okay? You may be in it now, and it might last a while, you know? You may stay together until the kids go to school, or you stick together, you stay in stage 2 for the rest of your relationship, and you get cold love and a miserable marriage, okay? Doesn't have to be like that, no. Fight through it. If you're in stage 2, fight through it. You will get to stage 3. In stage 3, you realize that you are mentally ill. And you've married someone equally mentally ill, and you're desperately trying to heal each other's mental illness by drawing pictures together in your own shit. That's what happens. We got a light shade of brown, love. Let me get this tree. And, you know, we talk about this at dinner parties. People say, well, what stage are you in? I said, well, I can't speak for my wife, but I think 22 years, I think we're in stage 3. My wife said, you think we're in stage 3? I went, yeah. Because, well, I think we're in stage 4. What's stage 4? Because stage 4 is a repeat of stage 2, you fat twats. So a bit, you know, it's unfair. Yeah, it's unfair. No, it's unfair because, you know, still, you know, my wife and I don't embarrass her, but we, you know, after 22 years, we still, you know, We still do sheepdog trials together. It's a lot of fun. In the pen, come by. It's a lot of fun. Really recommended for stage 3ers. But give us a break, girls. Girls have to give us a break because men, we know there should be equality, but we don't know what it means in practical terms. We don't. Because this is so, we don't know. We're not taught equality at school. There's no discourse. You know, I'm sorry. Whatever your politics, when Margaret Thatcher passed away, I felt we should have had a bit more respect for our first ever female prime minister, okay? But even me, when she died, I was in conflict. My Iranian side said, may she rest in peace, never speak badly of the dead, you know? But my British side has a calcium deficiency from when this bitch took my milk away as a child, okay? I have brittle bones! She took my milk away! You know, I want to stick the boot into Thatcher. I won't. Do you know why? Because my foot might fall off. I swear. She took my milk away! And also, I didn't, you know, Thatcher was such a big part of my life. I was 11 when she came into power, 22 when she left. I had no idea. When she died, she was 87 with dementia. I said, whoa, where did the time go? You know? I thought she was like 77. 87. My dad was 90 the year she died. You know? 90 years old. My dad was born the same year as Rocky Marciano. Remember Rocky Marciano? 2 centuries ago. My dad was born the same day as the French mime artist Marcel Marceau. Remember him? My dad never heard of Marcel Marceau. He said, Dad, for your birthday, we've got a little video of Marcel Marceau, born the same day as you. My dad looked at him and he said, could you turn it up? I'm going for the record. But you really puts your age and your mortality into perspective. It does, because, you know, look at me, I'm in my late 40s. I wear a beard now, which is salt and pepper, to remind myself of I'm getting older. Like, how many people here over 40? Over 40, hands up? But we still feel about 18, 19. I mean, look at you. You look so young and you still feel good. And I feel, you see, I feel good because I've got my physical prowess, I can move. But every now and again, life throws you a little curveball to remind you how old you are. When I go to the toilet, I can't just go to the toilet. I've got to sit down. I've got to gather my balls, put them on the seat like that. Otherwise, there's a slip and flop in the water. They will. And I'm not talking about the bollocks. I'm talking about the wrinkly scrotum skin just kissing the top of the water. And I'm so old, I like the feeling. I start thinking, I think I need Botox for my bollocks. I went online, I found something called Bolox. To make your ball spherical like a billiard ball. That's very good. And I know it's a cliche, but do you make noises when you hit 45? You make noises. Have you ever dropped your mobile phone and made that noise and gone, excuse me, could you pick that up for us? Otherwise you're going, yeah. 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 I'll buy another one. Just buy another. I've got 6 mobile phones now. And do you find the connection between your brain and your mouth just slows down? My synapses just snapped. So, do you watch Mastermind, General Knowledge? You know the answers, but you just make noise. You go, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. Even when you articulate and you're sure yeah, that's that minor strike, Arthur Scargill. Arthur Scargill! Beef Wellington. How was that Beef Wellington? I didn't even get the question. Oh my God, did anyone see me on Terry Wogan's Radio 2 show? The worst thing is almost embarrassing. I was on the show, he goes, we got Omid Djalili, one of the veterans of the comedy circuit. Do you like the younger comedians? I said, I think they're great. He goes, who do you like in particular? I said, I like that guy. He said, who? I said, I knew his name. I saw his face. I just couldn't. I went, I like the, he's called Jim? Jack. He went, Jack Black. I said, no, I like him. Jack, I'd be the worst spy in the world. I go through the doors at MI5. I've got a very important message for Bond. What is it? And then wake up in a sports bag in Pimlico. Is that too soon? That's it. That's it. James Bond. That's the big litmus test to see how old you are. Because you watch James Bond when you're a kid, and you want to be like him. You want to have his physical prowess. You know, kids watch Daniel Craig today. Daniel Craig in Skyfall does his own stunts. He jumps off the top of a moving train. This way, fixes cufflinks like that. You know. This means nothing to me. As a specimen, physically, I'm finished, okay? My penis is shaped like a question mark, I swear to God. I got the toilet, I piss in my face. That's what I do. I am PPI. That's who I am. PP's into his own eye. Gotta go and see a German kid in about 45 minutes. But now I watch James Bond films and try and emulate his mental dexterity. Bond always thinks of a pun or a quip. Remember Sean Connery? Dr. No has a fight, hotel room, bath full of water. He chucks the villain in, quickly thinks, electric heater, chucks it in, the guy gets electrocuted, bzz, bzz, bzz. He's dead, and Bond goes, shocking. How did he think of that? Schwarzenegger kills a guy, rips out a heating pipe, rams it through his back, comes out through his heart, he's dead, mist comes out the pipe, he goes, that's right, let off some steam. What? Are you kidding me? Any opportunity where there's disaster, I'll try and think of a pun or a quip to lighten the mood. A friend of mine came round, Dana Habju, my best friends comes around. We start making eggs. He goes, right, I'll make the eggs. Frying pan, oil. He leaves it on, full gas heat, 15 minutes, start chatting away. And he goes, oh, I better crack the eggs. What happens when you crack eggs into sizzling hot oil? He just went, crack, and he went, I need a pun. I need something funny, something, a quick pun. My face is melting. Would you give me 1 second? Think of something funny. A quick pun. He shook me. I went, Jack Whitehall. What? I said, I like him. He's funny. He goes, what are you talking about? We went to A&E. We sat there. For 3 hours, he had second-degree burns. They bandaged up his face. I brought him back to my house. We're watching Countdown. 6 hours after the event, it finally came to me. I just went, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. It was too late! But I love getting older. You got to love it. You know, if you're getting older and you're struggling, don't struggle. You know, love it, welcome it. You know, love it. You know, because you have no choice. No. I love getting older. I love it. I think it's the most... You know, over the summer, I drank some water. You know when you're really parched, when you get middle-aged, you don't have to drink every hour. And I hadn't drunk for about 4 hours, and I drank some water, and it made me high. And I just went and... I could feel it hydrate my fingertips, and I got emotional. You get emotional. I got emotional watching a by-election on television late night. I was watching the Rochester by-election. I started crying. When you get older, you appreciate little bits of information that always pass you by. I had no idea. Did you know that we sold every single ticket of the Paralympics? Did you know that? I didn't know that. No other country's ever done that because Britain is nice. You know? And yet, when you host Live at the Apollo in this very room, the Paralympians are the last comedy taboo. You're not allowed to talk to them. I'm sorry to give away a secret, but on Live at the Apollo, they bring in celebrities which they ask you to make fun of. Like when I hosted it, there's a guy with the headphones and a clipboard. He goes, Omid, tonight you've got, before they come in, row 3 will be Anthony Worrell Thompson, TV chef, make fun of him. Oh, Dragon's Den, James Caan, make fun of him. We've got the Paralympians, row 3, you don't talk to them. Then we talk to Kerry. I said, what do you mean? He goes, no, BBC policy, you don't talk to the Paralympians. And I said, whoa, hang on. There's a thin line between making fun of disability, which is not cool, and including people. You know, sometimes people come to my shows in wheelchairs and they heckle me and I include them. There was a guy sat where you are in a wheelchair, in Barrow in Furness, heckling me. I'll give it back to him. I went, shut up, or I'll get you clamped. He loved it. Mind you, that night he wouldn't shut up, so we had to have him towed. It was really bad. I'm really sorry if anyone was here. That gig. But that night, I've got to tell you, that night, when I hosted Live at the Apollo, in fact, just where you guys are, there were two guys in wheelchairs. They were like physically disabled, they had cerebral palsy. And people with cerebral palsy are the same as us, just the motor doesn't work. And when they were laughing, they were making that noise that made people really uncomfortable. But I could see that was the only way they could show humorous pleasure, you know? So I was very uncomfortable. The people behind them were uncomfortable. And I wanted to talk to them. The BBC said, do not talk to them. It's a BBC policy. I said, all right, fine, okay. So instead, I did an Oscar Pistorius joke, okay? What do you mean? Excuse me, the guy's fair game. The guy's a gun-toting nutcase and a liar. He said, no, seriously, he said there were burglars in the toilet. Like the burglars are going to come out and say, do you know what, Oscar, I'll give it 10 minutes. No, the guy's a liar. But I defended him during the Olympics. You know, I said, you remember when he lost his race? And he went nuts. He goes, that guy from Brazil was cheating. He had longer glides. I should have won that race. And I defended him. I said, the reason why Pistorius was upset is because that was his only time in the limelight. The rest of the year, Pistorius used to work at a fun fair, specifically the Dodgem cars, where he'd stick his legs up behind the Dodgems, connecting electricity from the wire mesh into the Dodgems. Sometimes did two at the same time, okay? Now, you're unsure, but the blokes in wheelchairs were laughing their heads off, okay? And people were leaving. I said, where are you going? He goes, you're a disgrace. I said, why? Because you're making fun of disability. I said, my friends in wheelchairs are laughing. There's really? Well, they shouldn't be. I said, wow, who are you to say what my friends should be laughing at or not? I said, what is the point of having lifts and ramps and bringing people here and pretending they don't exist? In fact, do you know what? Let's see what they've got to say. Let me ask them. I went to talk to them. The guy from the BBC said, they said, cut the broadcast. I said, back up. I said, back the up. I'm dealing with this. I was in a highly emotional state, and I looked them right in the eye. Nudge him, he's falling asleep. Just nudge him. I looked them in the eye. Not that you look disabled, but you're asleep. I just had to pick on you for a second. You look like me a bit as well. It's a big moment. Hushed silence at this very place. No one was speaking. I looked them right in the eye. Two guys in wheelchairs, and I said, my friends, life has dealt you a very difficult hand, but you are mentally sharp. You've been laughing at everything tonight. You know, you've been making that noise that makes them uncomfortable, not me. You know, I wish I could make that noise. Yeah, it's not socially acceptable, but I wish I could make that noise at a dinner party. You know, if someone's being a bit boring, saying, do you know what? I found myself backpacking in India. I wish I could just go, don't you wish you could do that? Just to shut people up if they're being a bit boring. Don't you wish? You know, when I go to work, I take the A40 and I get off at the Rickmansworth roundabout and don't you wish you could do that? To shut people. Isn't Tim Minchin hilarious? You know, it's amazing. The Hammersmith roundabout, often the traffic between 4 o'clock and 7 is a bit. Don't you wish you could do that? I've really split the crowd now. I can really feel it. I'm just trying to normalize. Don't you dare judge me. I swear, you'll be doing that sound in bed tonight with your partners. I guarantee you. Don't judge me. What do you think of that Omid Djalili? Well, I think it was all right, but the bit about the disabled. Do me a favor, London, do me a favor. Next time anyone's being boring, make that noise. We have to. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh, shit. Yes! Go London, that's it! You don't mess about in West London, do you? You know, other cities, they take a second to weigh up the morality of this routine. Is he taking the piss? Is he trying to know that? Oh, shit. Is that you? Ladies and gentlemen, that was my technician. You can't give yourself the music. Cut! What a novel way of handing in your notice. Go on, Clarkson. Thank you. I'm just saying we need to normalize. Do you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to finish now, and I'll do a final bit, and I'll walk off. Okay, I'll walk off, and then if you want more, scream and shout for more. I'll just stand behind those curtains about 10 seconds. The election, the most important issue is immigration. I just want to draw your attention to the symbol of immigration in this country, and that's Mo Farah, okay? Mo Farah. Mo Farah. Seriously? We got Mo Farah on a free transfer from Somalia, okay? We got him on a Bosman for a bag of oranges and Ebola. And he ran for Team GB. And I tell you something, this was the greatest, I have to just explain the greatest moment, best day of my life. When Mo Farah won the 5 or 10,000 meters, I went to the Olympic Park to see if he'd win the 10,000, because if he did, he'd be double Olympic champion. This would be a game-changing moment in the history of this country. I sat the south part of the stadium. The moment the gun went off, Mo Farah was followed by a Mexican wave standing ovation. I couldn't believe it. I sat there, go Mo! The first 2 laps, he's lagging behind, but we still believe it. Come on, Mo, go on, go Mo! By the 3rd lap, he's now lagging 10 yards behind the guy in second last. We're getting a bit nervous. Come on, Mo, go Mo! Come on! By the 4th lap, he's now 20 yards behind the guy in second last. And it was too much for one guy sat 3 rows ahead of me, because when Mo Farah came round, we went, go Mo! Mo Farah, trailing, blew a kiss, like that, and the bloke in front went, Mo! Get up there! I've got 20 quid on you! Get up there with the Ethiopians, you thin streak of piss! And the whole stadium thought, oh my God, Prince Philip has lost his mind. Once and for all. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've been wonderful. Thank you. Good night. You want more? This is so unexpected. Thank you so much. You're an amazing crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been an amazing crowd, but I have to say, I was really funny. I really enjoyed myself. I really did. It's a hometown gig for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm too long in the tooth to feel anything I say has relevance to all of you, so I allow questions at the end because I really believe in the intelligence of my crowd. And if you've asked a question, it's not read out, it means we've had a double, or your question is deemed slightly inappropriate, or just shit. Let's go. So Hammersmith, here we go. Question number 1. What shampoo would you recommend? Hammersmith, is it any wonder we haven't hosted BBC Question Time here for a very long time? Name 2 things about you nobody knows. I'm black and I'm a woman. There you go. Are you related to Gonzo from the Muppets? Seriously? Dave Seagrove. Sadly, my wife couldn't make it tonight. Would you mind stopping by at ours after to make her happy? Dave, I've got news. I was there before the gig, actually, and can I say she's doing very well. Have your lot taken responsibility yet for the eclipse? What do you mean, my lot? What, fat people? A fat person just walked across the sun. What kind of stupid question is that? How do you eat your Cadbury's cream egg? By the dozen, actually. Definitely by the dozen. Who would you date on the second row? We are all single and desperate. Let's put the light, I can't see, put the lights up. Let's have a look. I would date the Jamaican bloke who's left now, actually, to be honest. You're all beautiful, all of you. Oh, put the lights down quickly. Jeez, I don't want to see that. What's the most ridiculous rumor you've ever heard about yourself? The most ridiculous rumor I heard was I heard that Angelina Jolie was in love with me just from seeing my stand-up comedy set. I mean, it's a rumor I started myself, but I did do Twitter for about a day. Are the rumors true? Are you replacing Zayn in One Direction? That would be something. Oh, yeah. Where do you stand on bullfighting? Behind the bullfighter. Cowering. Oh, question in Farsi. So there's Shama. Eid Shama Mubarak. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 minutes to leave the building. This is not a... What are Persian men like in bed? Do I look like I've slept with a Persian man? How the hell would I know? What a stupid question is that? Where is your mechanical camel, Samantha? Is that how integrated we are? You come and see an Iranian guy and you ask about camels. I do have a mechanical camel. I wouldn't bring it here because she might get the hump. Yeah? The hump, come on! I've got you there! Play it again! No! Cut it! I am your long-lost Nigerian cousin. I am very rich and I wish to send you all of my fortune. What are your bank details? From Prince Omar Djalili Olatunji III. Beautiful question, that's lovely. Oh God, can you say happy birthday to Chris for tomorrow? I'll do that tomorrow. Do you have brothers called Oh High and Oh Low? Omid! Omid! I never saw that! Oh High and Oh Low. Omid, that's whoever that, you're a genius. I'm flummoxed, I really am. That is the most brilliant question. House point. I saw you on Loose Women 2 years ago, singing songs by the boy band Blue. Aren't you a bit old for that? Who likes Blue? You like Blue? Who likes Blue? What kind of... The Blue is shit. System up with the top down, got the city on lockdown, they're boring and bland. Your Honor, please, gotta believe what I say. What I will tell happened just the other day. I must confess, cause I had about enough. I need your help, gotta make these things here stop. Baby, shut up, that shit! One love for the mother's pride, one love. I will survive, one love. For the city streets, one love. All the hip-hop beats, one love. Yes, I do believe one love is all we need. What a bunch of twats. Blue. Exactly. All dressed up, you're good to go. Checking yourself from head to toe with the top stuff hot stuff, yo, we got stuff. What a night so far, curling up cup-side in your car. What a sight you are. Think I know somewhere where to park. After dark, system up with the top down. I love Blue. They rock. I put that question in myself. I love them so much. You've done Hollywood films. What the are you doing in Hammersmith? Ladies and gentlemen, finally, this is the last night of my tour. It's been a wonderful, I'd like to say a special thank you to all the people working, to my technician who's sacked, Ian Baird at the back, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Good night, you've been lovely. I love you guys. Good night. Thank you.